Our heroes are currently located in the Mournland, doing some crazy stuff. So, when last we met, during their recovery period, the Shadowslayers took time to divide the spoils found in the Whitehearth cell block, finding a few useful things. However, the Shadowslayers continue to struggle with Bruz's memory problems. Each party member is at risk for causing Bruz or themselves excruciating pain, and on top of that, it is dawning upon them that their own memories are now at risk. Jalira, having experienced this firsthand, is questioning her own memories, trying to distinguish old versus new realities. In the middle of this revelation, in the middle of this new revelation, the figure rescued from the Whitehearth cell block woke and issued a warning, "Run!" But in doing so, startled Bruz so much that Bruz reacted on instinct, lashing out and, unfortunately, killing the individual. Zanim also seems to be having moments of blackout where she can't remember anything happening, either in her environment, around her, or inside her head. Kizriel, noticing Zanim's lack of reaction, has noticed that Zanim's mark seems to be occasionally growing aberrant dragon-marked tentacles before Zanim has snapped out of her latest trance. Finally, before we ended last time, Bruz, after a discussion with Rix, which led to them kissing, found himself in quiet contemplation when suddenly he lost a measure of his vitality. At the same time, while conversing in her head with the storm that is Bruz's aberrant dragon mark, Nyx feels the spirit's rage turn suddenly into fear as it says, "Put me back." Shadowslayers, we are in the junction where you have been before. I'm going to go ahead and take the liberty of moving the map so it's there.
Woohoo. Our new home, our home away from home.
I'll try and guide the camera to where I want it. Okay, you'll notice I still have the old tokens up because the new tokens, though, they are super cool and I love them all. In the darkness setting that I have here, they tend to blend into the background pretty heavily. So I'm thinking we'll move to the new tokens when we have a brighter setting. But right now, because I have it all kind of dark and moody, we tend to lose the look of the tokens. However, we can, you guys, if Nyx wants to change her character, you guys get a quick preview of what the new tokens kind of look like from Nyx. And then we've got our little dwarf guy down here, and he's got a blanket on him I believe it was Kizriel who wrapped him up. And okay, I'm sorry for delaying a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the time over to you, Shadowslayers. What would you like to do?
Find the nearest hole to bury myself into. But other than that, look at the dead dude and feel really sad. Never even knew his name.
Old Stumpy.
Oh, good dear, he has a name now.
We're gonna just call him Stumpy until we learn it otherwise, which I'm sure will come up along the way.
Maybe.
We'll find his journal and we'll talk about the family that he loves and he misses and he's hoping to see one day.
Which arm is he missing, by the way?
His right arm is missing. Well, his right arm isn't missing. It's currently in the bag of holding, I believe.
Yeah.
Julia's just gonna have a bunch of body parts by the time we're done.
I have 4
arm
body parts.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I was
Megan.
just going to say, I hope that the arm doesn't join with the other body parts and become something new and strange and terrible.
What
That's just
Thanks
like
for giving
living in the
ideas.
bag of holding.
What are we unleashing upon the
That's about as good as the idea that I got from. Yeah, no.
Stop while we're ahead. Stop while we're ahead. Giving him ideas. Same team, guys.
Technically, isn't the
Mike doesn't want us to leave this hallway. He's done nothing else with the map. He just wants us to stay here.
Forever.
Oh, good times.
technically isn't pipes a body part to some degree?
It's his arm.
You have Pipes' air bladder.
Yeah.
Which is attached to his arm.
For those listening, Pipes had a bagpipe.
For those
Pipes
listening,
was
we're not.
part fish.
For those
Wait,
listening, Jalira may end up becoming Dr. Frankenstein.
I'll build us a new pipes.
I'm a monster. Sorry.
We're gonna find out.
Is there enough
Frederick-
sense memory in the air bladder to create a new Pipes?
Okay.
We're gonna find out Frederick was never real. She built him.
Okay.
He's a dwarf forged.
All right. I believe we were also discussing the fact that that woman was the one. She appeared to me in a moment. I passed out, and I said the aberrant energy was hers, which we all kind of, Nyx was like, "Well, yeah," and I'm like, "I ruined the better than you, Nyx," and but they're trying to figure out what they're supposed to do about that, or he's okay. So I can start us off if you guys want. When I was a wee child, so he's gonna like, look, I don't think we should go back there. I don't want to go back there. I'm hoping maybe the farther away we are from it, the less influence it'll have over us or
You
over
don't
me.
think we have to kill her? I mean, we could test it, I guess. Go in a section far away from her, but if tentacles still come out of her dragon mark, and
I'm already in too deep with the Traveler. I really don't want to make another deal.
What?
I was just saying, are we sure we don't have to kill that woman in order to cure the dragon mark?
I'm pretty sure that we probably will have to do it, but I wouldn't mind testing the theory of getting away from her.
Okay.
But
everybody ready? That way.
One second. So, where's Bruz? Is he all right?
He just needed a moment.
All right.
But I did talk to him, and it's not gonna fix everything, but he doesn't have the memories that the other one, that the Bruz that we knew had, and so this is.
I understand.
Yeah.
Sorry. His mark's talking to me now. I can hear Kuma.
He's done that before, hasn't he?
Yes, but not since he's been with me.
So, what'd he say?
I'd rather talk with, so Bruz can hear too, but
No, you're right. Bruz should be here for this conversation.
Is Cherry holding the bag of holding, or is it somewhere else?
I usually keep it on my person.
Okay. Are the keys in the bag of holding, or are they somewhere else?
I think they're in everybody's pockets.
the ones that I found ended up in the bag of holding.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. She was gonna go all like.
And Delira had the green one as well. She had the other green one, didn't you? Or was it Kiz? Kiz had it, and you gave it back to Rick.
Did I? I thought I kept it.
You kept it. You did keep it. You were talking about giving it back to Rick, but
Yeah, Rick
you
doesn't
didn't.
Rick's currently has no keys.
So which keys are in the bag of holding?
The green, the yellow, and a bunch of blues. You have a blue of your own. We all have a blue, I think.
She needs a green and a blue to open that door, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Once we're ready.
Yeah, she's like, but you guys, I kind of want she's gonna kind of like walk or pace a little bit. She's like, I really kind of need to talk to everyone.
All right. I mean,
is it all right, or
no? I think it's we've kind of just been a little bit talking to each other, but these are things that we need to discuss as a group beyond the distribution of items.
But I mean, I don't know if facing that woman is the thing that we need to do, or get away. Maybe using the rope trick we could get away from her. But for a little bit and see if things improve. But other than that, I don't think we can't trust him depending on her or someone else.
Oh, no, I wouldn't trust her with my life. And I think she wants me to.
It's what most people want and someone to do.
Let's someone get Bruz, and then
Oh, hey.
Okay. While they're distracted, Z is going to walk up to Cherry and ask if she can see the bag of holding. She wants to grab a journal.
Okay. Do I have spare journals in there?
oh my
Yeah.
gosh, please make her do a sleight of hand check.
I'm gonna say she has a very low deception skill.
Oh, a bunch of journals there.
She needs to do a sleight of hand check for that for sure.
Zanim, is your true intention to grab a journal or to grab a key?
My true intention is the key, but I will totally grab a journal too.
Okay, I still need you to roll a deception check, and I need Jalira to roll an insight check.
Come on, Jalira! Come on,
No.
Jalira!
Man, she barely got you. I mean, it would have been really funny if it actually had been the other way too. Gosh, the shenanigans. Amy, do you want a new character?
You said you wanted a journal?
Yes, please.
Okay. Let's take one out and give it to her.
She looks a little grumpy, but she'll go sit down in the corner and start writing.
Was there something else you wanted?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Can I get another? No, I'm going to go with that kind of deception check that you already have there and the insight that's there. She was after something else. You're not sure what it could possibly be, but a journal was not her sole purpose of asking you for the bag of holding.
Okay.
Cherry will do a lot for her best friend, but do not mess with her bag of holding.
It's fair.
It's not wrong.
Oh, hold on. I rolled deception twice. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I see what I did. Oops. It was
still
real
beat
close
you.
for the... Yeah. Yeah. By one the first time. I was looking at the 8 and not the 20, and then I was confused. Anyway. It's probably enough that nobody but Cherry knows that I'm up to something.
Because no one else was paying attention.
My passive insight is not that high. Passive perception is pretty good, but not that high either.
Yeah, my passive insight isn't that good. I'm better at insight. Alright,
Do we have any plans? Do we know what we're doing at all?
we should really check that room. See if that one room was the chamber where they held the people. There's probably information on all of it in the other room. Or it's another chamber where it's holding even more.
Well,
So it's back and forth on either.
Or it could be what powers that room. I mean, Kenneth is,
Ooh.
and you know,
Cool, let's shut it down.
messing with that, shutting it down and releasing her, and you know, that'd be great.
Well, be careful.
So it's overloaded. Very smart.
I'm gonna stand outside. I don't trust myself in that room. I will break something.
Hey, last time I was in that room, I decided to rescue someone.
It worked.
I mean,
Sorta.
That worked out really well.
You did it! You did! You saved him! And then, it didn't work out.
Is someone going to get Bruz? I mean, Nick's
I
did.
can't go get him.
Yeah, I mean, I was just there.
Do you want me to go get him? I can go get him.
Is that a deception check on Rix's part?
He was just there.
And Z was gonna grab a journal, you know?
Do you look? I can go get him.
I can go get him too.
Why is everybody acting weird?
Go for it.
But I can't go near him because it
The mark.
seems to be Kuma is not on good terms with him.
I'll go
And
get
will
him.
use me. And that
So-
is not a good thing. Plus Bruz
Z
is
kind of
enemy.
had a tude last time she wanted to come back here and talk to Bruz. Does Z still have said tude?
She didn't
Oh, yeah,
get
she
the
was
tea.
gonna tell him to buck up and all the stuff you're not supposed to say to somebody. Having
At this point, I'm going to say that those feelings have kind of passed, as you're still now. You now have a new problem of how to get yourself a key to get where you need to get.
Just
Does
fine.
Bruz have any keys?
Oh no.
A blue one.
Oh no.
Bruce has a blue one.
Yeah, there's a single blue one that
Okay.
he doesn't know that he has.
Okay. Hey, Bruz, we're trying to figure out our next move. You want to come hang out with everybody for a minute while we plot and plan and then figure out what we're doing?
All right. So the last thing that happened to Bruz, he lost 10 of his hit point maximum, right?
Mhm.
Did that have any... Did that manifest in any way? Did he feel it, or did it just kind of happen?
He definitely felt like as if he had like gone for a as if he'd been hit, but not from an axe, not from a hand, like just that feeling of ugh. But you're already starting to kind of being with the conversation at the other end of the junction took a while. You've kind of already put yourself back into the settled, peaceful, like you're kind of like checking your muscles, making sure everything is still working right.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, he's probably just been sitting up there just so unsure of what's going on. Yeah. So I mean, he'll turn around. He'll look like relieved for a moment.
It's totally fair.
Probably still some color in his cheeks. He's hey, see. Hey, what? Yeah, we need to talk.
By we, I mean the whole group of us, not just you and me. Though you and I can talk more if you want to.
Oh, what do you want to talk about?
How are you doing? What with, everything? How are you feeling?
So the last thing after that happened was Rick saying, "I'm gonna go tell the others." To what extent is Bruce willing to believe that that's what he was gonna go tell them about? Should I roll an insight check on that?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an insight check on that.
Oh no.
Come on, dice.
Oh man.
Okay, 15, so 14.
Okay. Rick,
He's probably not
offhand,
telling about that, right?
what's your passive deception?
My passive deception?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm good at deception too. What's that? Passive is what? 10 plus my whatever?
10 plus your...
Plus the stat, yeah,
Six-
or
six-
skill.
16?
It's kind of hard to read on his face what he might have informed them about. So you're probably a little guarded. This would be my guess. Like you're at 14 of 16, like you're somewhere in the back of your head that this Rix isn't the same Rix, or he's an older Rix. So you don't know where he lies on that whole not wanting to tell anybody anything about himself. But the Rix you knew just hated talking about himself, so maybe he just let it go.
Except for how sad he was. Sorry.
He just kind of like looks at Z. You can tell he's probably trying to size her up a little bit, like just. I mean, things have been like I'm
almost
They're
a little
fine.
jealous. He didn't get this flustered when he kissed Cherry.
It was a different Bruz. He'd kissed more people back then.
Very true. Very true.
You assume. For all you know, Bruz is all talk and he's been very monogamous.
I believe I recall a memory of saying that he's kissed Gimbal because sometimes he gets a little mouthy.
There also may have been a flashback where you saw him in a pleasure pit, but we're not going to address all of that.
Yeah, I know. Like,
There
we
was
know.
that, but Bruce has talked about his man horiness. I mean,
Anyways, so
kinda
yeah, Bruz is just kind
on-
of sizing. He's just sizing like Zaneem up, and things are fine, right? Shouldn't we be going somewhere?
well, sure, we want to like talk and figure out what our next step is, but I know that this has been super
Cool,
weird and
cool,
super overwhelming
cool.
for you because you suddenly woke
Yeah.
up 6 years in the future from wherever you left off.
Yeah, no, yeah, there's a lot.
Oh, this is disaster.
Are you okay? You look
Yeah.
awful little. Can Z roll an insight check?
Yes, go ahead and roll me an insight check. Bruz, with you saying yes, would you like to roll a deception check, or you want to rely on your passive here?
I think his passive
Sure,
will be
we'll roll.
fine. So
We'll
I
roll.
take back that you seem like you're acting weird thing.
No, I'm good. Things are
He's
good.
fine. He's solid.
He's great. Just peachy,
Yeah.
you know?
Like, all things considered, like, he is taking this way better than I think even you would be taking at this point.
So Z like pats his back and gives him a hug, and she's like, "Awesome! I've always got your back if you need it. Let's go."
Yeah, sure. Oh, back with the others?
Yes, back with the
yeah,
others. Come
sure.
on.
Let's that's the direction. Okay.
I mean, we've been here for hours. Let's go do something else other than look at these strange walls right here. There's got to be something we can do.
Bruz will follow her back.
Okay. While they were having that discussion, was there anything else being discussed down in the other bubble?
Rix would probably try to pet Guara, but he hasn't really done much of that, so he's not sure if she'll be receptive.
What do I roll for that?
What do I roll for that?
You would roll animal handling.
Animal handling, yeah.
Guys, this is gonna be a disaster.
Roll temperance.
Should I roll wisdom? Just
Oh.
like
Hey,
okay.
we're rolling
She could
great
use some
on
scripture,
all the
yeah.
important checks.
Except for perception. I can't roll above like a 5 in perception half the time.
You find all the right scriptures.
All right. Yeah. So just kind of gently, like fingers. kind of
Gora,
scratching
relieved
behind
to
her ears.
finally have
Someone paying attention.
some
to her.
other male influence paying attention to her. With the source of her main man cuddles gone at this point.
What, did tiny little halflings not man enough? Wait, she's so tiny.
She's not bad enough.
She's like a teddy bear to Cora.
Okay.
She's more like a pet hamster.
Once in a while she
Gotta
wants to
be
get
gentle.
a little spoon.
Okay.
Okay. So, but other than Scritching Gora, Jalira, Nyx, Kisriel, did you have any things that you want to discuss? Or are you just kind of all patiently waiting for Zaneem to return with her brother?
I think Jalira would probably just barely just glancing and seeing the scritches with Cora. Is like, oh wait, did you actually seriously want to try that ring on Guara? I should have talked to Z about that.
No, I think we decided Zaneem should get it.
Okay. I don't think you actually got. I'm willing to take you seriously on some of these things. I don't want you to think that I don't.
Hey, I've thought about sticking these gloves of climbing on Laura.
She could climb.
How long does it take to attune to something? Is it a short rest?
I wonder how much modifications we need to do.
I hate to ask, but doesn't she now have a climbing speed?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I mean, she always had a climbing speed.
It's just we had issues with the idea of a ladder.
Yeah, she's got a climb of 20.
Cool.
Nixon would have just moved to the other side of the room and, like, just because he's afraid of me right now. It's probably best if I'm not there.
Sorry, seemed like you were afraid of him. Except, you did keep lurking. It's hard to know what to do for him.
I'm used to being able to help him.
I know.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over and just kind of scoop Nix's arm and just kind of hug onto it.
Judah kind of hug her back. Kind of pat her arm, actually, because right now she can't let herself feel. Just kind of a pat thing.
So
Fine.
after like Bruz and Zinium get back into the room, Rex is like, "Okay, Nix, you want to talk to all of us?"
So I wanted to say that Kuma spoke to me. And Bruz, I know that you've had a lot thrown at you, and I tried talking to you about it before, but Kuma is the dragon mark that you used to have. He's done a ball of anger and everything. He did speak to me and said that you're going to die without him. It is up to you whether you believe it or not. I'm not going to force anything.
No, if it means as well being, I wouldn't mind helping forcing something. I want everybody to be okay. That's not fair to say, is it? I'm sorry.
I know. We all have, in certain ways, taken away each other's choices or made choices for each other. And I really don't want to do that anymore.
Wait, this all started when he touched a dragon shard, right?
Uh-huh.
So what if he touched a dragon shard again? Maybe you and him at the same time? I don't know if she's already digging through her bag for a dragon shard.
Maybe, I don't know. Is it could, not that I'm saying I don't think that we need to do something, but Kuma could just be acting this way because he doesn't want to be separated, and it's more about his own self-preservation as opposed to Bruz's.
It is all very possible. But I felt like it should be shared. And I don't know. Did something happen recently, Bruz? While you were alone? Are you
I
alright?
was gonna say, what is the check to not immediately look at Rex in that moment?
Nice.
Huh.
Oh gosh.
What check would that be? Let's go with a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
Like,
God.
can you keep yourself from?
All right. Wisdom saving throw. That is a 0. That is a 0.
Oh
That
no!
Bruz
I've
looks very
rolled.
pointy.
I've rolled 2 numbers tonight. One of them was a 20, and the other one was a 1.
As I just go, just staring right at Rex, and Rex is just not looking at him.
Immediately turn. He like the moment she says that, he just immediately he walked in the room, kind of not looking too much, kind of looked up, saw the group, saw where Rix was, kind of shifted to the other side, at which point he saw the body, and then shifted back, and then ended up there, and has been like looking kind of. He's actually been more comfortable looking at Nyx right now as she's been talking, as he's trying to not look in the other direction. But the moment she says that, he just immediately just looks straight at Rix, his cheeks just turn a much darker shade of green, and he just like looks away.
Rix is just looking at Nyx. That's it. Like she's speaking, so you know.
He's just this horribly embarrassed,
with that
like
kind of
shocked kind of.
with that kind of wisdom save, Rix, you know that he looked directly at you.
I'm
Like, your
ignoring it.
peripheral is just like-
I'm ignoring it. I'm ignoring it. I'm
He
like,
probably made like a small noise, just like.
Rix,
Um,
I'm gonna need you to make me a deception check.
okay. I'm actually pretty good at those. But
Pretty
we'll see if
sure I'm gonna do.
No, this is
in
gonna
the-
believe in you. You gotta save this party.
So, Jalira, Nyx,
something happened, man.
Kiz, Zanim, what are your passive perceptions?
Passive is 15.
They definitely saw Bruz do something.
They also bruised
I got
something.
a 0. He was incredibly obvious.
Oh.
about that.
Yeah, no, Jalira notices for sure.
Should be on your main character page, left-hand side under your stats. Okay. So Kiz and Zanim don't really see anything. Like they don't catch it, but Jalira and Nyx both like something happened. Just but by the way, but Jalira, you almost don't notice Rix's reaction. It's close, but you do kind of have, you see him kind of, it's not that he looked away or anything, it's that he's so pointedly staring at Nyx and trying to show no emotion that you pick up on. Nyx, you're like there's this moment where you see his eyes kind of widen ever so slightly and then resettle back as he's staring at you. And Bruz's reaction was obvious enough.
Everybody
Like
saw
two
that.
more
right?
numbers from you, Rix. Come on.
What do you want from me?
Don't ask Bruz that.
The best thing is, it would take a situation like this for this to come up because Bruz and Rix would never talk about it. Not willingly.
Talk about what? Anyway,
Exactly. Yeah,
what?
nothing happened.
Did
Clearly.
you? When I was by myself? No. When I was by myself, when last night when I was no, what?
What the frick is wrong with them?
Well, I mean, it's Anyway, I was meaning more of if something you've I don't know. But a moment ago, about the time that we sent Zanim after you, Kuma seemed afraid instead of angry. So I was wondering if something had happened then.
Just wondering what the check is like to not again look right at.
That would be another wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
Mike's just having fun at this point.
Better.
13.
The people who saw something before also see it again. However, Zanim and Kiz don't seem to notice something this time.
Either way, whatever's going on seems to be more focused on anyway, if something happened or whatever. But it might yeah. Either way, I did anyway, so we're talking about moving on to do something else. There's a couple different options of what we can do.
Okay.
We were talking about going and checking out the woman contacted Rick and said something in his head about making a deal. But yeah. So
What
either
did
we
you
need
want?
She wants to make a deal. I don't want to make a deal with a woman who's. I don't want to make a deal.
You
with
don't
her.
think? You don't think she wants? He's gonna indicate, like, slightly the dwarf.
I don't think. I think what she wants is to get out. I mean, I could be wrong. It wouldn't be the first time, but she is in a cage, and I imagine she would probably like to not be in a cage.
so
So are we like gonna go talk with her?
that is one option. We could go in and try talking to her or killing her. Or we could check out what the other room is. It's either powering the cells or making it worse. Or it could be a research area where they keep their information or research or any information that might be on the people that were there. Or we could find out what's with that wall. Or we could go somewhere completely different and try and get the hell out of here.
We have a yellow key, right? We've got a yellow key.
I thought we were going to try the let's go further away and see if that helps first. I thought that's what we were
That
deciding.
is another
I
option
mean,
that we have.
I would like.
I think the wall and the room were connected. I think there was like a sense of abjuration magic from that room.
Well, it's a prison.
Yeah, well, it felt like the wall was connected to it. There was like a different flavor or frequency.
So should we just run in, scan the wall, and leave?
Scan it with what?
Identify.
I mean, are you talking about the wall outside, or are you talking about going into her room? Or
Oh, I don't
the
want to go into the room.
prison? Okay. The secondary room that we found?
Or maybe I was thinking.
Or the wall that was that you guys were inspecting when I blacked
Yeah.
out?
I
And-
guess so. I'm not sure what you were doing.
We were just seeing what you were doing. And I don't remember anything else, and I'm sorry.
I mean, we could double back really quick to look at the room next to it. But I really don't think.
Yeah, let's go back and look at that other room. I think that's a great idea.
I don't think any of us are ready to tango
we're not-
with that woman.
In fact, if you want to stay out here, that's fine.
Yeah, I'd actually prefer that, if you don't mind.
I mean, killing her seems a bit extreme. She hasn't really done anything to us, actually.
Yeah.
Which key was it? Green or yellow?
It's green and blue.
So it's the bottom one, right?
Yes.
Bottom left.
Bruce points at the wall. It was that way.
Awesome. I'm gonna put the key in.
Okay. 2 seconds while I move everybody. Paste.
You mean like warp music?
Paste. Why isn't the party pasting?
It's not crafts time.
do 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 do.
Bum, 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 bum,
There we
bum.
are. Okay. Well,
Weren't these lights a different color before?
No.
No, I think he did modify
Does
the
anyone
map.
notice there's like more detail on the wall?
It's like there's more tiles on the floor. Yeah.
Ew.
I love my
Like someone
friends.
just went to their settings and upped the resolution, the quality.
I love my friends.
Bruce
They got
rubs
a
his eyes.
texture remapping. we like it, Mike.
It is.
Cool.
It looks nice. I love it. Next kind of pats Guara gently on the head and then hers this way.
She's in a good mood now, I think. She liked those scratches.
Try. I can't turn my character because the thing's in the way. So sorry,
I
she's
know.
walking backwards. She's like upside down and I can't fix it. There we go. Got it.
Yeah, sometimes I have to change the zooms to get the little doggle.
Bruz is, or Zanim is going to very purposely hang back.
Bruce is gonna stick with her.
They had a moment.
Sure.
Come on, Zim. Use that brain.
Nyx, do you currently have dark vision on?
No, because she had the long rest.
Do you want to put dark vision on?
She'd probably put dark vision on, so I'll go ahead
Okay.
and do that. I was
Yeah,
like,
go ahead.
once she notices, she'll do that.
Wait,
Like,
where? Oh, is this the last? Are we putting out a light?
Okay.
I just can see better than you guys, or than people with regular vision. I can see farther with dark vision.
So, Cherry, let me see what you're looking at really quick. Cherry, as you kind of follow Nyx and you guys kind of pass that hallway, you hear loud banging on the door at the end of the hall, as if something is trying to get out.
It's probably the pieces of the dog.
They got put together. They're back to normal when we ran out of there.
They might have been a little stronger.
We were getting the heck.
Can I roll to see if I would have actually remembered to grab my lantern of revealing before we started?
About
I think
face.
we would have.
About face. We made a huge mistake.
But the door!
But that's coming. Which direction is that coming from? Is that
Roll
coming
me an intelligence check.
Huge mistake.
from?
Jalira,
It's not.
Dang.
you would have remembered to grab your
Oh.
lantern.
Yay!
I feel like it would have been habit for you by now.
Cool. I love all these high rolls going out early on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, we got a nat one there. Saneem's done terrible on her deception.
It's cool. It's cool. Cool.
And that one at the
Okay.
best time possible.
Alright. I would like to scramble up to this door and open it real quick.
Whoa!
Which door? Where are you going?
She pulled a Rix.
See,
I didn't want to say it, but
Oh no. We know what it is.
I'm gonna run up past her and be on guard. Are you sure? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Now, let me boop, 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 switch my layers.
You know, you could have one person pull one key and the other person pull the other key.
So
That way you have something in your hands other than keys. Okay, I'm better.
that's a nice looking room.
do they count
Well,
as
yeah.
magic weapons?
Well, it has machinery in it. We did hear that.
All right.
Is
fine.
everything okay?
It looks
Is it
calm
clear?
enough.
You see no machinery in this room.
There's no machinery in here. It looks kind of like a guard's guard post.
Maybe this is where the brown key might be.
Am I
Miss your
remembering
body.
things wrong? I thought there was machinery sounds in there. Hey, Bruz, Rix, which one of you was it that heard the machinery sounds?
Is that money?
Or cards. I thought it was cards.
Is Rick's just standing there at the end of the hallway?
Look, he said he didn't want to get close to that woman, so he's keeping distance. If he sees Bruz, he's gonna go no, right there.
All right, just a quick look around.
We're just gonna like scoot around the corner as fast as he can. What? What's up? He's gonna like head.
I'm gonna start searching the room.
Okay.
Let's see
So,
if there's any enemies.
On
or
cursory
anything.
glance, your initial thoughts of this looks like a guard kind of restroom. Yeah, that's what it is. There's a desk there. You see on it there's a ledger, a scroll that's been rolled and pulled open, as well as a couple of scrolls lining the top shelf. Behind you, Jalira, on that table, you see a number of bottles with different colored liquids, mostly red, and a couple of weapons lying around.
they have
Nyx, at the
flex in
top of
them?
the room, at the top of the room, it's a set of cards that looks like it people were in the middle of a game, and there was a jarring sensation which knocked some of the cards to the floor. There's a wardrobe to the north of you, and then
Hey,
who wants to check what first?
Hey, Bruce, does anything in here look magic? I mean, other than the lights, they're gonna glow faintly.
Wardrobe.
Bruz will use magical awareness.
Okay. Number of items light up in the room in addition to the ambient magic that seems to float around Whitehearth. The bottles with liquids all light up with magic. The scrolls on the top part of the desk that Jalira is currently facing light up with magic. And oddly enough, like the 3 cards in front of the chair directly in front of Nyx light up with magic.
That's interesting. Okay, I would like to start.
Yeah,
pointing-
Bruz would point to the potions. He'd point to the scrolls.
Okay, I would
He'd
like
probably
to
like stop and look, and kind of walk over and look down at the cards.
Okay.
Um,
So you kind of like, does he pick them up or just leave them there?
He'd probably start by just looking at them, and
Them-
then he'd stoop down and like pick them up or whatever.
They look like a normal set of playing cards, but these 3 particular, as you pick them up, like are you familiar with card game? Is Bruce familiar with card games? Is that one of his
He
proficiencies?
thought we were playing Go Fish when Rick's and I were playing last. Rick's was trying to teach me my poker picks.
I don't know if that
Well-
was one of the things that you got or not.
I don't think specifically, but I'm not sure where to. It's not under my
So
proficiencies.
It's okay, not on proficiencies. I'm gonna say that you have a pretty good grasp on some card games, being that you're a sailor and you've been into some of the taverns. Like you're not 100% sure what game they're playing because it's pretty messed up, but you're pretty sure that the hand here is a pretty good hand. Kind of glancing at it, like this is probably a winning hand.
Bruz will pick it up and look at it. You know.
Yeah, just kind of looking at them. It's just the magic on them is faint,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just enough. Like it's enough
Are
that
they
maybe
trick cards?
yeah.
Or marked cards.
No, they're,
Yeah, I'm
they're
wondering
not
if they're
marked.
marked card. Oh, okay.
Well,
not marked.
magically marked.
Yeah,
Would be what I
Oh.
meant.
that's what I was thinking.
I think this guy was
Hey.
cheating.
Was what?
It's a pretty good guess.
I didn't think his cards are magic. I think he was cheating.
Oh,
I would like to dump the entire contents of this desk into my bag of holding.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the wardrobe. Search that.
How much room do you have?
Where? Wait,
Your bag of
what?
holding?
What about the
Too much.
I do believe her bag of holding is twice the size of a normal bag of holding right now.
Yeah, too much.
Those awesome Warforges gave us an upgrade, even with 2 tents in it.
Okay, so you grab 3 red sealed scrolls, 3 blue sealed scrolls, and 3 purple sealed scrolls. You grab the ledger book that's there on the counter. As you go to pick up the ledger book, it almost dissolves in your hand and becomes ash.
Dagnabbit!
Wait, what turned to ash?
Oh wait, maybe it's because of time, not because Kenneth secretly has ways of spiting me.
The whole house creates things. You gotta keep these away from that chipmunk.
Put it past them.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of fair though. Kenneth is like that. They're petty.
Yeah.
If you are not a Kenneth person, you cannot hold Kenneth things.
If Nyx is not making a move for the cards, Bruz would collect the rest of the set.
Okay.
So there are potions also?
Did the red potions look like the health potions that let us all sleep and feel better?
Yes. 2 of the potions here at Jalira's back, the 2 on the end of the table closest to Jalira, are red potions. The other 4 are milky white in appearance.
All right. Did Bruce say if anything over on here was glowy magic?
The potion.
The potions lit up.
Is that the potion? Okay, those are potions. Okay.
Potions lit up. Behind you, if you're going to take some time to look. However, I'm going to get to Nyx first in the wardrobe, and then I'll come back to you because you're currently you're currently shoving things in your bag.
Okay.
Nyx, the wardrobe is empty.
What?
Dang it. Gonna
Or so
like
it seems.
she's gonna like search through, look underneath it, same kind of places that she'd looked before.
Roll me an investigation check.
Okay.
19. You look through all the places that you look through in the other wardrobes. Nothing seems to be popping. There's no secret boards hidden in the bottom. No secret catches on the outside. At this point, you're almost kind of feeling the sheer frustration. Like all the other wardrobes had hidden stuff. Why doesn't this one? And you look like you're just about to shove it to the side when you take a deep, calming breath and go, calm.
Mood.
Meanwhile, out in the hallway, Zanim, Rex, what are you guys doing?
Just chilling, ignoring that door at the end of the hallway.
So Cherry heard stuff earlier. Do we hear anything coming from the door?
The slamming.
So far, Bruz is the only one who's ever heard anything near that door.
Wait, I thought we heard the slamming down there when we
like if you're talking about the slamming sound, yes, but the machinery sound that Kiz was talking about, the only person who heard that was Bruz.
Okay.
And that was at the end of the other hallway, right?
That was
the store, right?
Bruz had some sense of something going on down at this hallway as well as this door.
Okay.
But yeah, no, everybody hears the banging on the door coming from the north.
Okay. Everybody seems to be really content here. And Z can't figure out how to steal a green key, so she's going to go investigate at the end of the hallway.
Okay.
I see her going by herself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just going to go with her. Because I don't want to be near that door.
Bruz is going to idly look around for the machinery he heard earlier.
No machinery. Okay. So Cherry is grabbing up 2 red potions. She's moved on. You've moved on to the potion table now?
Yeah, I forgot to unmute because we were starting to have allergy competitions again.
Oh, exciting.
But yeah, I'd like to scoop up the contents of this table as well, as long as things don't look like they're going to like suddenly curse me.
Okay, as you go to scoop this table, you find, as I said, the 2 red potions. There are 4 milky white oh, hold on. There's 3 red potions. One's hidden under that lamp right there. So 3 red potions, 4 white potions, and you find yourself in possession of 2 whips.
Yay!
Nyx, I take it at this point you've come to look at the other table. You see on there 2 clubs, a dagger, and what appears to be a hand crossbow.
Ooh.
Sure.
You
She'll
can
go
use
ahead
that and a shield.
Kind of looking at it all, seeing what Cherry's throwing in her bag, which you got there, like this seems to be stuff that guards would use to maintain order or control in a prison. Using a whip, using a club. Hand crossbow is a little questionable, but you know, why not? You might need to shoot someone. The
Tired of
dagger,
practicing their board.
No aberrant mark suppression items.
not that you can see.
Actually, they would.
She's gonna also check the couch.
Okay.
By the way, Julia is convinced that Nyx does have at least one or more dominatrix personas, so she sees the whips, she automatically thinks of Nyx.
Oh man,
Really?
that
I didn't think that she
was
had
a
one.
bad time to drink, man.
Zanim, on the other hand.
She can get the other one.
Hey, Z doesn't hide it.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, in the other hallway,
Change topic.
Boy,
Zanini, you wander to the end of that hallway with Rix there. What do you do?
I'm investigating, and I rolled a 21.
21, investigating. What are you investigating for?
Bruz heard noises here, so didn't Z hear somebody get a sense that there might be a door or an entrance or something here, or we just thought it was funky that this just ended in a hallway without any entrance here? When everything, there was something that made me think that Z would think there might be a door here somewhere hidden.
There was the popular opinion that there is something indeed hidden there, as Bruz's magic senses seem to have pulled and extrapolated that there was something magic there.
Okay.
However, at 21, you're unable to find anything. In fact, the walls look exactly the same as the other walls.
wow.
All right, she's going to she's going to go to Cherry and ask for the bag of holding so she can grab the pearl. And she's
Cherry
going to
just
see
has
if she
that in
can
her pocket.
identify anything down in the hallway. So she's going to run back to Cherry and be like, hey, can I see the bag of holding for a minute?
Why does she need the whole bag?
Back? What do you need in it?
The pearl?
Oh yeah, I have it. I actually have that right here. I was using it earlier.
Okay.
I know this
You
episode.
take the
Name of this
pearl
episode is Thwarted.
She's still got an hour and 40 minutes.
And then come back here and perform the ritual for identify. So 10 minutes and then the spell kicks in.
Okay, so 10 minutes. Rix, is there anything you do in that 10-minute period?
Write in my journal the names of Bruz's original crew.
Okay.
Over and over.
So Jalira doesn't want to part with the bag, and does she not trust her best friend, or is it just because she still needs to load it? She's still working on loading it.
She's still shoving stuff in there. Like,
I don't
at that
think in the
point, when Z
history of
walked
this
back in-
campaign I've seen her part willingly with that bag.
That is
Like when
true.
she walked in,
It's true.
like Jalira had just gotten like the whips. She just put the first one when she thought of Nyx that she stuffed in. She picks up the second one. At that point, Zanim's like, "Hey, I need the bag of holding." And she's like, "What do you need it for?" As you shove the other whip in the bag of holding.
It took a while for Jalira to be convinced to give up her original bag of holding, the one that she created. So yeah, she's a little touchy on the subject.
Plus, I don't know if Z's ever just come in and said, "I need the bag," instead of asking for an item.
She is her best friend. She'll be okay with it. It's just a source of comfort to her. She keeps her arcane turret in it, things like that. Speaking of which, those should be available.
Okay. So, anybody do anything for 10 minutes while Z checks out this wall?
You said these were bats?
Clubs.
Clubs.
A club, a deck, or didn't you say a dagger?
A dagger, two
Two-
clubs, a hand crossbow, two whips.
Okay.
And cross. Anything in the couch?
Loose
Roll me an
change.
investigation check.
Loose change.
5
Hey,
copper pieces.
Coppers.
Hey, a credit chit.
Exactly.
I know that reference.
It's a plan.
Bruz is
Sorry,
gonna
you
come out.
wanted an investigation?
Correct.
Bruz is gonna come out to here and see if he can hear the machinery again. He's gonna scritch Guara on the head while he does it.
Really?
Hmm.
Roll me an handling check.
On whose end? Is she not happy with them anymore?
I mean, she might forget that
You forgot.
that you forgot about her if you scratch her like she's expecting.
I'm hoping and waiting. It's like my dog. It just stares at you for so long.
Does Bruz still have advantage on those checks?
Sure.
What was the D20?
I was just wondering if I noticed because
Ooh.
there's some inconsistencies she's curious about. Oh no.
Well,
So
you
she is
don't
a little
accidentally stick your finger in her eye. You kind of accidentally like grab her, like you grab her, like it's almost like your muscle memory is guiding you where to put your hand to scritch, but you've kind of lost that touch and that feeling. So you grab her a little bit more roughly than you originally intend on, and she kind of, but she still kind of lets you scratch her there, but she's not entirely thrilled with the experience.
Sorry, girl. You hear anything?
The sound seems to have disappeared with the doors wide open.
Hey, you two good in there?
I think
And
we're
do I
almost
find
done.
anything with the couch?
You find 17
Okay, Bruz is
pieces
gonna
of
close the
copper.
doors.
Okay. She's like, "What? You're gonna close the door?"
No, he didn't say that. He did. He said, "Are you two good in there?" And then he closes the door, and he's gonna listen again.
I'm going
she's
to
going to
stare
protest.
at Bruz and try to understand what he's
Do
doing.
you have a green key, right?
And the door shuts.
Yeah, she does.
Does he have a
Anything
green
happen?
key? Does he have a green key?
I do.
Okay.
Okay, the door shuts. After a moment, the two little locking mechanism orbs kind of begin to glow and shine. At that point, the music kicks back on. The humming that you've heard earlier turns. You begin to hear it again.
Well, that's creepy.
Is it like just the locks? Do you hear that?
Do I hear it?
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
No. We'll get closer. Put your ear up to it.
I get closer and put my ear up to it.
Chalira, what are you doing right this second?
She wants to let him finish what he was doing, but she's not going to wait too long before she's going to try opening the door.
Gonna throw up the rug in the middle of the floor too.
And now she's
All
just
right.
I hear like rustling, like Dix is doing, like going through stuff. At least I think it's Nyx. It sounded very agile.
Like it's as like
Agile.
in the amount of time it took for the mechanisms to power back on and for the humming to return to Bruz's audible sense and getting Kiz to scoot up and slide to the door. That's about the time that Cherry like goes to grab the door handles and jiggles them really loudly for just a second. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Just you hear the door kind of move. Cherry, you do see where you can there's I don't have them on the inside of the door, but you do see green and blue places to place keys there to get out as well. Under the rug you find a clean floor.
Cool. Throw the rug over at the table. I'm good.
What a build-up.
All right, can we get out of here, or do I need to like destroy things now?
I mean, if you want to, but I'd like to leave. Personally,
Can we?
I would like to get
I
out
mean,
here.
like, I would be good to leave now.
Yes,
Can
please.
you get us out?
I'm gonna come out now. I hope you did whatever you wanted to do.
Can we hear them?
Yes.
I can't.
Well, hold on. Can you hear
it's
it?
kind of soft. You guys can hear everything coming from the hall really well, but they have a little bit of difficulty hearing you.
Interesting.
I can't
Well, you can
actually
hear it, right?
get out until.
All right. Nyx is gonna like just. She's gonna look at the chairs now. She's got to do something.
Kids hear anything?
Kiz does not hear any humming. So, by investigate the chairs, what exactly are you doing to those poor chairs?
might be
the
breaking him soon,
chair.
but she's just literally gonna kind of like push him aside and like check if there's
You
anything
find
there.
3 wads of chewed gum.
Lovely.
There seems to be nothing. There seems to be nothing more in this room that you can find.
It's House
Yeah.
Candace. They would have auto-cleaned it.
All right, let's go. Let's get out of here. Like,
I can't actually get out because it thinks the door's locked.
you have the keys, right?
Yeah, but the map's not letting me through.
Do you use the keys? I didn't actually hear you say those words. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, I used the keys. Okay.
I didn't realize Roll20 had a trap them in the room option.
Yeah, there's
All
a
right.
there's a way to limit
Just like,
people.
thank you.
Like you guys
Thank-
can't move out into the extraneous space outside the black line, outside the walls lines. It's a movement. It's a thing you can turn on in your base maps that are prevent movement for line of sight.
When Cherry comes out, he's gonna be like, "Yeah, when you close the doors, I can hear something." Like, kids can't hear it for some
We
reason.
heard you.
Okay.
We could hear you pretty clearly in the hall.
Is that
Well,
related
then, could
to
you hear
your ability to...
Could you hear the noise?
I didn't hear any noise.
In the midst of this boom, boom,
Okay,
boom,
After that.
there's suddenly a very distinctive crack sound.
All right, let's get to.
Hey, Rix, how long has she been doing that? Has it been 10 minutes?
I don't know.
Z,
I really want to
you
go.
are currently at 9 minutes through your ritual.
Don't make me interrupt her again. That'll be the second time I've had to like stop her from doing a spell, and then she blames Bruz.
Yes, I think Z's going to attempt to maintain her concentration for the last minute for this spell, so...
Roll me a concentration check, please. At advantage. Which is a Constitution saving throw. Woo!
Advantage!
Yay, advantage! Okay, you're able to maintain your concentration through the rest of the party kind of congregating down here after hearing the crack.
Rix takes out the traveler's gift and has it in one hand, and if something comes in within the space of what would be a turn, he has an Eldritch Blast ready to... He's going to move away. He's going to move down, to here, and he's going to be ready to shoot whatever it is.
Okay.
Cora.
Kiz, Cora, Bruce.
I would like to call to Guara, Bruz, and Kiz, like, guys, get back here. And she's going to work on pulling out the evocation traps that she got at the entrance to Whitehearth.
Okay.
All right, and she's going to attempt to install them in the hallway.
Okay, point us to them and tell us how to not set them off. Also, I'm going to be over here.
I mean, once you guys get out of that hallway.
Okay. Okay, you just... All right, so you want to set them up over here. I thought maybe you were... Sorry. I thought maybe you were going to set them up over here, and then we need to walk around them to get past the wall. I don't know.
Why don't you put it like... We're just gonna step back kind of here and put it What are you doing?
I just don't... I want to put them... I don't want to get too close, but I want to install them.
Install what?
Setting up
Evocation traps. I mean,
A
not
big
evocation.
magical
Sorry,
trap.
they're
How long is it gonna take you to set up?
You're not wrong. Evocation is the base spell for this.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the actual element was.
Lightning.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Electric. It's a big electric bomb.
How long is it gonna take you to set
That
up?
thing zapped her pretty bad.
Ooh. I mean, she has proficiency with thieves' tools, so I would think she knows what she does. She knows what she's doing here.
Make me a thieves' tools check.
Okay, so that is okay. In fact, I should check my notes every time.
Which is a point. I need to get my own thieves' tools.
Tool proficiency doubled plus intelligence. So that's 6. 19.
19. Okay. Can you control those? You should be able to. I put 2 little
Yes.
crystals out. Yeah, you can go ahead and place those where you'd like to set them up.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Okay. Okay. This.
And the manner of how you set them
okay.
up. Describe it to me.
I guess I'm imagining a bear trap that shoots electricity. But
These devices were cylindrical in shape with think a inch thick hollow tube with about an inch hole that runs down the center. So they're thick cylinders with an inch hole down the center that were wrapped on and locked onto the control panels above.
how are they triggered?
They were triggered by activating the motion of the wheel, which caused a break in the mechanism.
All right. What's the biggest object I have? It's something that they
10.
definitely are going to really want me to give up one of our tents for this.
I'm just saying that's the biggest object you have.
It is.
I mean, outside of tents, you have tent poles.
What's the
Roll
point
me a-
of having a tent
Roll
with
me
it
a
out of
quick.
10 pole?
Roll me a quick Arcana check.
There's a table in there.
There's some broken chairs.
I didn't break them. I'm not strong enough.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. Maybe Bruz can help me out with this since she doesn't have actually much practical experience setting traps.
Build
Okay.
a barricade.
Yeah. And they'd have to try and get past it, and hopefully we can somehow use it as a trigger mechanism.
So you go grab the 2 chairs from the room. You put the crystals kind of facing away, but you're able to get them onto the table legs for them to move past the chairs. They kind of run into the chair to move past it, which will cause the mechanism to break. You're fairly sure you're certain you're able to jury rig. You pull out some of your wire from your alarm spell and kind of wrap it up and twist it up, almost making a delicate web work here. And you're able to set this trap up in far less time than you'd have thought you could have.
I should do this more often. We should try this more often. This would be fun.
Zanine,
How many bombs do you have?
your identification spell goes off.
Okay.
I should make more.
In addition to the normal magic that seems to permeate the walls, the floors, like Whitehearth itself, this wall has traces of transmutation magic on it.
Wait.
Okay. So
Roll me an Arcana check.
Alohomora.
Nice.
Your best guess is that somebody used a spell like Stone Shape to manipulate the wall in this particular corner.
Guess
do I
stone.
have access to anything that would let me get through?
Yes, you do
the
have
spell-
fireball.
Do you have the spell Stone Shape?
She has mold earth. If she
I have
really
mold earth.
concentrate.
Mold Earth will not do it.
She has the spell magic.
I do have Dispel Magic. I also have
I have
Shatter.
prestidigitation.
Ooh, shatter. I'd back away from the traps now, though, guys.
So based
Bruz
on
is
what I
carefully
see, can I guess
walking
how much
away from them.
firepower it would take to get through that wall.
Hmm?
Can I? So I'm thinking magic missile. So would I guess how many charges it might take to get through the wall, or would my knowledge of this let me know like Dispel Magic or Fireball would be better? Like, given what Z knows about spells, what would she think would be the best spell at her
A
disposal? to get through here?
23 Arcana check.
Hold, please.
Loading.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Would Firebolt work for this?
It's stone. I don't think so.
Your best guess is it's got a pretty solid resistance to damage. Not including the spells that may or may not have been laid on it. Because you do know that the walls, all the walls, the floors, the ceilings have spell work laid into them.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of detail and the fineness there, you're able to refine that there's a number of strengthening spells in these walls. It's just that this transmutation magic that happens to be here is different from the rest. Your best guess is it's a stone wall. Stone walls come down with enough force.
So do stone hallways.
Do you want help? Because
Okay.
Eldritch Blast is a force spell.
And none of us know what's going on right now.
Oh,
You
well,
have to
Julia's
know.
curious. If she's
Okay.
finished, by the time she's done, she's going to want to
So
snoop.
Z is going to say there's a spell on this wall, but I think we need to knock it down. I think it's hiding something. Anybody want to help? If not, I
What
can try
would
to shadow it.
be the best way to help?
And do you have any spells that can knock down stone? Preferably without bringing the roof down on our heads.
Bruz does not answer that question pointedly.
Thunder rain.
I
Okay,
can
guys,
sing.
stand back. I don't want to get anybody hurt. And then Z is going to cast Shatter at the second level.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm gonna
Shatter,
go
second
tug
level.
on
Go
Julia. Okay.
ahead and roll that for me real quick.
Stand back too, Z, just in case it causes a cave in.
I'll be able to move the best.
And maybe have your shield ready.
Well, because there's a range to shatter, so she doesn't have to be standing right next to it, right?
Yeah, no.
It's also a radius.
So that's why I'm like, come back here, please.
Okay.
Bruz is going to cover his ears.
10. As you let go of your spell, Shatter. Oh gosh, hold on. Shatter. Shatter. A sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts at a point of your choice. Each creature within a 10-foot radius sphere. You're clear of the 10-foot radius sphere. Makes Constitution saving throw. A non-magical object that isn't worn also takes damage. Stone, crystal, disadvantage. Okay. Now, how do I roll saving throws for a wall?
I think it auto fails.
I think they
dodges.
actually have stats for.
How wild would it be? Like, and the wall dodges. What?
Well, it's a Constitution save. Like, it's made of durable stuff.
Yeah.
So, but long story short, she manages to rip a chunk of stone out of the wall. As the dust settles and clears, she sees more stone.
Oh,
Is my Identify still going? Is it more transmutation magic?
Yes. How long does your Identify ritual last?
A minute.
A minute. Oh wait, no, this isn't detect magic. This is Identify. You had identified what the magic.
Yes.
It wouldn't be an auto, and it's per item.
Okay.
So
Here. Do you want me? I can use the spell slot.
Suffice to say, if anybody else detects magic, they're going to notice some fresh evocation magic on that wall now.
Let's dust it off.
Do you you sure this is worth it?
Did it look like the wall kind of auto repaired itself, or there's more wall behind it?
It's just more wall behind it. Like
Shall
she.
we-
How
seemed to be
far behind
burrowing-
it?
She probably got a 6-inch chunk out of the wall, about 6 inches deep. So she put a 6-inch hole about 6 inches deep in it. Seems to be more stone. On the others, like at the very tip of it, you can see that she's working into natural bedrock.
We felt like when Bruz just felt that it was like here and went all along the wall, didn't it?
It was. I remember right. Hold on. Pick a color so it actually shows up. Here. And kind of to about there.
Huh.
That's kind of where the areas that it exists.
Okay, so now Z does same spot. She casts 3 uses of magic missile.
Okay.
You can just start with one for now.
Well, she casts magic missile at the 3rd level using the wand.
Okay. What was that? 3rd level using the wand?
Yeah.
So that'll roll. Okay.
5 darts.
5 darts. Roll me 4 more d4s plus 1. Or so roll 4d4.
4 to 4.
Okay. With that, so it would be 5, 8, 11, 13, 14, 15 total damage to there. You managed to carve out another hole about 6 inches, which again reveals more stone behind it. And we are past our break time, so I'm going to go ahead and pull us to break if that's okay, guys. I got a 4-year-old pounding on the door, so we'll be back.
All right.
Hey everyone. Hi.
Uh,
Asrian Queen here, and the rest of us. You'll notice that we are missing 2 of our player and our DM. There was an emergency, so we will be stopping the stream. I'm sorry that we're having to cut the episode short, but things happen, emergencies happen, and so good luck out there. Stay safe. Thank you for coming and joining us today. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next week. Take care.
Enjoy the snow.
Enjoy all the snow, unless you're in Florida,
Mm-hmm.
and then you weather.
Yeah,
And
I guess
if you could pray, if you could pray or find ways to help the people of Texas who are currently without power and without water and are struggling right now, I'm sure that they would greatly appreciate it. So thank you for watching with us. We're sorry that the episode is short, but again, these things happen. So stay safe and have a good night. Bye.
love y'all.